I'm 26M, living in Austin, Texas. I work as a freelance graphic designer, mostly logos, branding, and some UI work for small businesses. Nothing fancy, but I make a steady living, usually around $1,500 to $2,000 a month. I've been doing this full-time for about 2 years now, and while it's not glamorous, it pays my rent and bills, and I've never really had issues with clients or payments. About 5 or 6 months ago, an old acquaintance of mine, Jake, 28M, reached out of nowhere. We used to hang out in the same friend group back in college, but we weren't particularly close. We'd grab drinks sometimes, nothing more. He told me he had gotten into digital marketing and traffic arbitrage, and from the way he talked about it, it sounded like he was making pretty good money. After a bit of small talk, he said he had a simple way for me to earn extra cash on the side. At first, I assumed it would be design-related, but it wasn't. He explained that some of his clients, mostly international, had trouble sending payments directly to him due to payment processor limits, regional restrictions, and other vague issues. His idea was that they could send money to my account instead, and I would just forward it to him. In return, I'd keep 5% of whatever came in. He made it sound completely normal, like this was just how people worked around annoying banking systems. The first transfer I received was $520 from someone I didn't know. The name didn't ring any bells, but Jake told me to expect it. It came through without issues. I sent him $495 via another account he provided and kept $25. It felt almost too easy. After that, it became a regular thing. At first, it was maybe 1 or 2 transfers a week. Then it increased. Within the first month, I processed around $3,800 total. The next month, it was closer to $8,000. Some transfers were small, $250, $400, but others were much larger, like $1,800 or even $2,700. At that point, I started noticing some inconsistencies. Every payment came from a different person, different names, different locations, California, New York, Florida, sometimes even outside the US. None of these people were clients of mine. The payment notes were also strange. Consulting services, invoice payment, marketing fee. It looked like legitimate business transactions, but they had nothing to do with me. A couple of times, my bank app notified me that a transfer was under review. The funds still cleared eventually, but it made me uneasy. I brought it up to Jake and he dismissed it quickly, saying it was just standard compliance checks and that I shouldn't worry. I wanted to believe him. The extra money was helping me a lot. Rent, groceries, even paying off some old credit card debt. So I kept going. Then things shifted slightly. Jake stopped asking me to send money only to him. Instead, he would send me different bank details almost every time. Sometimes it was a US account, sometimes something that looked like an online payment platform. When I asked why, he said these were partners, ad accounts, or contractors he was paying. I didn't question it too much, but in the back of my mind, it started to feel off. Still, nothing had gone wrong yet, so I kept doing it. About 3 weeks ago, something happened that really shook me. I received a transfer for $2,850 from someone named Daniel R. The payment looked like all the others, normal on the surface. I followed the usual process and forwarded the money to an account Jake sent me. The next day, I received an email from Daniel. He said the payment had been sent by mistake and asked me to return it immediately. He sounded stressed but polite at first. My stomach dropped when I read it. I told Jake right away. His response was quick and blunt. Ignore it. This happens all the time. Don't send anything back. That didn't sit well with me, but I hesitated. I didn't have the money anymore anyway. It was already gone. I waited. Then Daniel emailed again. This time, he was more urgent. He said he had contacted his bank and was preparing to file a fraud report if the money wasn't returned. He included transaction details and screenshots. I went back to Jake again, and this time, his tone changed completely. He got irritated and said I was overreacting. Then he added something like, "If you start messing around or talking to people, you're going to cause problems for both of us." That felt less like advice and more like a warning. That's when I really started to panic. I spent hours that night researching similar situations. I found multiple posts describing money mule schemes, where someone unknowingly allows their account to be used to move money, often tied to scams or stolen funds. The pattern matched almost perfectly: random senders, misleading payment descriptions, being told to forward money quickly, and especially being discouraged from questioning anything. I went back through my bank history and added everything up. Over the